Right, okay, here we go. This is another developer video blog about production line. The reason I'm so amused is it's taken like forever to get this whoa like chroma key stuff to work so that my background has disappeared. And like you see this stuff all the time, right? You see it on like Let's Play videos all the time, and you think, oh yeah, you just got to get a green screen, you just got to do this kind of stuff. Oh my god, it's a nightmare. Partly because I can't do green because this hat is yellow, and then it disappears. And I have blue eyes, which means my eyes disappear unless I get it right. And there's loads of lighting hassle to do, and if I turn lights off, it becomes a real nightmare. If I turn that one off, no! Oh, actually, I didn't go too badly, did it? Anyway. Why do I put myself through all this nonsense? Anyway, whatever, here we go. I'll get the hang of it one day, you never know. So, this is the latest video about Production Line, the Car Factory game. I'm going to talk a little bit about some stuff that I've put in the last week, and then I'm going to talk about some questions I've been asking players of the game about how to improve the usefulness of marketing in the game. I'm also going to show you a really big factory and also talk about some user interface stuff that I'm changing. So let me just move that over there. Okay, let me just load a recent game of mine. I think we'll load this one, I don't know. So I can disappear now. Whoa! It's amazing, isn't it? Modern technology, huh? I'll get the hang of it one day. Right, so blueprints have changed slightly. I just added a new thing, basically. So if we go into blueprint mode, and you place down the blueprint, you can right-click and delete it. You've always been able to do that, right? If you left-click, you now get this little menu. So you can then move it, or you can buy it, or you can delete it. And this, you know, works with everything the way you'd expect. So we can place down these things, and you can rotate them and everything. We can place down these things that we can't yet buy. For example, if I click on them, I don't have the buy button, obviously. And if I go to buy everything with the buy blueprints, I can only buy that one because I can't buy those two. The other thing that's changed about blueprints is that they are now saved and loaded with the game. They never used to be. It was just like some admin work I had to do to get that to work. So that now works. So blueprints are hopefully a little bit better now. So I'm going to try and load a new game. I'm going to load a massive, crazy game which someone sent me. Yeah, I thought it might have. Right, let's start that again. Whoa, everything's black. Here we go. I have loaded this game before, so I know it does actually load. If it doesn't, I'll load one of mine. This is a very big factory, so I just want to show you what some people are doing. While that's loading, actually, I put the price up. The price has gone from $17.99 to $19.99, which I think is fair enough. I've made the change on Steam, but it's not live yet. So if you're watching this on the Sunday, April the 8th, you may be able to go get it at the old price. I don't know yet. So here's a big factory. I'm doing video capture, so the frame rate won't be amazing. But whoa, oh my god. Yeah, it's absolutely insanely big. So hats off to the creator of this one. I just thought I'd show you this to show you what some people are doing. Lots of cars here, and an output of only actually 21 vehicles per hour, which isn't an enormous amount. But anyway, this could be you. You too could have such a ridiculously huge factory. Now, one of the things that I have realised looking at the really big factories is that marketing isn't really it's not playing the part it should do. So if I look at this, we don't even have like marketing running at the moment, even though I've got 6 facilities, and the brand awareness is still high from earlier campaigns. The thing is, I want to get into a position where if you have a factory this huge, and you're producing that many cars, that really you need marketing. And the problem is at the moment you don't. So if you go here, your total market share is 12.39% of the market. I would like to think with a factory this big that you've basically taken over the entire market. This player isn't doing any luxury cars, but they're a relatively small part of the market anyway. We can see here that's 2% of the market, 3, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's like 11% of the market is being ignored there. But basically I should have excuse me, a much bigger market share here. So I think I'm going to tweak some of these numbers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dramatically reduce the number of people who come to your showroom by default. So you'll need to get that brand awareness really high in order to get any reasonable number of people in there. That's one change I'm going to make. But I'm going to make those people much more likely to buy, because at the moment what happens is a huge number of people come to the showroom, and it's just a matter of adjusting the price to get them to buy. It really doesn't matter that much how much marketing you do in terms of hitting that limit. In other words, what I want you to be able to experience as a player is to think, I'm churning out an enormous number of cars, they're at a reasonable price point, I'm competing with the AI nicely enough, but I just don't have enough people coming to the showroom, and that's where marketing should come into it. It's not being used enough by players. I think it's a feature that isn't being used enough, and that's because I've got the numbers wrong. So I'm definitely going to be changing that. I've asked for opinions on the Steam forums and my own forums about this. So if you've got opinions on that, if you sort of think, oh well, you know, I do marketing, I think it's really good, or like I didn't even know marketing was in the game, whatever, then fair enough. We also need more marketing campaigns, because at the moment all they do is brand awareness that gets people into the store. They don't improve the value of your brand in any way, which I'd like them to. I'd also like you to be able to promote particular models, so we want to do that as well. And also people have pointed out that these campaigns, some are really obviously better than others, and that's the only ones you use, so I need to improve that as well. Another thing that isn't very good about this part of the game, I'm not selling the game well, am I? Is that when a marketing campaign ends, not only are you not prompted to start a new one, but it doesn't give you that much information. So for example, we're getting high brand awareness here and extra people into the showroom. What I think would be cool is maybe in here, or maybe in a new window at the end of a marketing campaign, for it to say that campaign lasted for 24 hours, 120 people bought cars in that time, and 63 of those people came into the showroom because of marketing. So the amount of revenue that the marketing brought in, not necessarily profit, but the amount of revenue that marketing campaign brought in was X. So you could see that. I just need to code that. It's not too big a deal. I'm still ill. I'm still slightly ill, believe it or not. One of the other things that I'd like to talk about is some of the stats screens, which I believe to be a bit rubbish. And it's only recently, playing a lot of other games and spending time away from the game and doing other stuff, that I've really come to realise what's going on here. So you'll notice if you look here, I'll show you some screens. So here we are, finances, blah 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 blah, imports. It's a little bit buggy, this screen anyway. I suspect most people don't use this much. They might use it occasionally and go, what am I importing a lot of value wise? Small and large battery packs, and a lot of steel, and they look at that and they sort of think, okay fine, I'm importing a lot of these over whatever, you know, time period, and then they kind of forget about it. Also the features here is kind of out of place. So firstly, I don't think that's particularly useful here. And features, this is showing how well researched features are. But this is the financial department, so it's got nothing to do with it. I think the finance department should just have the overview, income, expenses, prices, I guess, and bank loans. Let's take the features and the imports and stick them here where I think they belong. So firstly, these tab things at the top, they should be down one, right? Because this part of the screen stays the same, so why have I got those tabs up there anyway? They should be lower down. and I think I should move those two other tabs over here, so the features and the imports. Now if I go to components, which not many people do, if you look here you can see the total number of things per hour, although it's not being particularly well explained, that are being consumed, the price of those components in total. And this is a fairly useless screen, so I think what we need to do is combine these. So I need to be able to look at this, and I need to be able to look at like alloy wheels. I need to see production, which at the start of the game you won't produce your own components, so it'll be 0. Consumption, and maybe the current stock in stockpiles. So I need to kind of like relabel some of this and change it. And I think if I add that to this, then when I go back here, we don't need this anymore. This is a load of convoluted nonsense that should be wrapped up into that other screen. So this is basically all your efficiency charting stuff, your stats screens basically. That's money. I think that would make a lot more sense. I think currently it's a little bit confusing. So I'm going to make those changes, and I want to know what you think about them, as I always want to know what you think about changes that I'm making to the game, because you are the players. I think there's a few other things that I changed actually. A minor thing. Oh wow! I mean, the numbers have just gone bananas here because this is a custom game. But if we have a look, where was it? I think it was in overview, wasn't it? Yeah. If you had less than 24 hours in the game, then the all-time stats didn't make any sense. They were slightly off because they were taking into account the current hour, which the other stats don't. If you look here and you see like income, expenses, profit per hour, that is not the current hour we're in, that's the previous hour, the completed hour. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, so we fixed that, fixed a few other minor little things as well. Yeah, I'm going to be doing like some UI changes. I'm going to be doing some changes to and improvements to the way marketing works to balance the game better, and the price is going up, and we're going to be putting loads of other cool new stuff in. Anyway, so I always want to know what you think, obviously. The other thing that I want to mention is reviews. I know I mention it a lot, but only 1% of people who buy the game leave a review on Steam. Please leave a review on Steam, especially if it's a positive review. Obviously we need that. Obviously, you know, I'm not here begging for you to tell me that the game is rubbish. Hopefully you don't think that. Hopefully you quite like it. Anyway, so this is quite a quick video for this week because I'm still getting the hang of this chroma key nonsense. Anyway, I hope you like the stuff that's coming in the game, and I really want to know what you think about marketing and whether or not my ideas for changing marketing will be better, and whether or not you think those user interface changes will be better. I am Cliffsky. This is Production Line by Positech Games. It's currently on Steam. It's just going up today to $19.99, but it's a bargain. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.